Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you're new around here, my name's Samantha, and along with my husband Tom and my two girls Mila and Callie, we make up our Wandering Hearts. We've been travelling in our caravan around Australia for over a year and a half, and this week marks a very special occasion because it's our last week on our big lap around Australia. We just spent the weekend driving 16 and a half hours from Broome to Katherine. Now we are in the Northern Territory, which is very exciting. We'll be spending the next 10 days here exploring a couple of the national parks and seeing some really cool things. Because we are in Katherine today, we'll be going grocery shopping to fill up on everything we're going to need for the next 10 days because we're going to be in the national parks and there's not much going on out there. Mila, that's creepy. So let's go and get some groceries and fill up this caravan. We've just run into a problem. I filled up with diesel, definitely was diesel, and then I went to drive away and our car just didn't work. Which is a shame because we've got like a 40-hour drive coming up over the next week and a half. So we're kind of stuck here. It lets me drive, but only a maximum of 40. There's an engine light, and what makes this even better is that today's a public holiday, so Tom can't get onto a mechanic. And we're due to leave here tomorrow to go to Litchfield. I now wonder why the engine light is on and what's happening. Maybe that wasn't actually diesel or something like that. Keep you updated. The groceries was a success. We've got everything we need. Our next task will be starting the car and seeing if it works, which I'm honestly a little bit nervous about because it might not. The car stopped working just after we filled up. I'm really starting to think that that fuel station was a bit dodgy. Let's go start the car. So it may as well not run because I've been going 30 in a 70 zone with my hazards on, trying to just get back to the caravan park. I was gonna drive around to mechanics and see if anyone was open, but there's no way I'm gonna get anywhere except hopefully the caravan park. Damn it. Well, the good news is we made it back to the caravan. The bad news is no one can come and look at it today because it is the public holiday and no one wants to work because why would you on a public holiday? But the good news is we're here tomorrow morning before we leave to Litchfield at 10 a.m. So hopefully a mechanic can come and check us out. Fingers crossed for tomorrow. I thought we were gonna have something fun to show you today, but we don't. So see you tomorrow. We're in at a Suzu Mark's trying to get the car fixed. I really hope they can do it. We're meant to be leaving the caravan park in like 20 minutes and that's not going to happen, but hopefully we get a late checkout and we can get to Litchfield today. We found a crayon. You wouldn't believe it, but we're on the road. Also wouldn't believe that we're driving this with the risk of it all happening all over again. We're yet to see if we make it to Litchfield or if we get stuck in the middle of nowhere. It is not an engine problem. The, what is it, DPF burn didn't process properly or something, so basically they just had to run a burn and then they could turn all the alarms blaring on us off. Then it happened again when we connected the caravan. We're driving to Litchfield only because he said if it does happen again we would have to go to Darwin to get it looked at anyway because they can't help us anymore. So we're going in the right direction if it does happen again. Let's see what today brings because so far it's been a bit messy. We made it all the way to Litchfield with no problems at all. The car looks great. No signs coming up, no warnings. I'm hoping that we're in the clear. If it comes back on, we're just gonna have to make our way to Darwin, which will be a pain in the bum because we've got a pretty packed out week. It's pretty ironic that our car decided to break the last week of our big lap of Australia. I think it realized that we've been traveling a lot the last few weeks. We feel the same way, car, trust us. But we gotta get home. We've got people to see and places to be. So hopefully the car makes it all the way home. We've got like 40 hours left to drive, so we'll see. Give us luck. Good morning. We have made our way to the Florence Falls car park. We're going to do the Florence Falls via the Shady Creek walk. I think it's 1.2 kilometers. Is it return? I think. I hope it's return. Just because we're not going to swim here, we have read that there were crocodile sightings kind of recently. So we're not going to risk that because why? It's not that hot this morning, so it's okay to miss out on a swim. We still get to look at the falls, which is good. And we get to not get eaten by crocodiles, which is even better. So we're going to just enjoy this walk this morning. And then we might go to Bully Rock Hole. We might splash there a little bit if it looks safe. But I'm excited for this walk because it looks really nice. Turns out it's a 1.1 kilometer one way. which is still fine. It's really easy. You cross over the beautiful creek crossings and it's really nice. There's even some barbecues that you can use. If you were game to go for a swim, it would be a very nice place to go for a swim. So it's probably obvious, but our car worked this morning. We're hoping that it's going to be fine from now on because we have a humongous drive coming up next week to get all the way back to the Sunshine Coast in Queensland. So keeping our fingers and toes crossed. I'm pretty sure just at the end of this path we'll see the plunge pool. We'll see all the crazy people swimming with the potential crocodiles. I'm still not swimming. Well, this is pretty epic, and after being here, I'd probably say that you would be fine from crocodiles until the day that there is a crocodile. The water's so beautiful and clear, you can actually see all around you. And there's a lot of like little rock pools, so the girls are splashing their feet in there. It feels relatively safe, but I definitely wouldn't be swimming in the plunge pool though, just in case. We made it this far around Australia, I'm definitely not getting eaten on our last week. Well, that was very nice. It got so busy at about 10:30, so I'd probably go there earlier if you want to have it more to yourself. But we are going to take it the short route back, but I don't think it's going to be easy because it's like 135 steps up, something like that. We're going to do it that way just so it's quicker. Ready for some big stairs, Mila? Yeah, do you reckon you can do it?
Daddy's getting more far away.
Yeah, he's doing really good.
But I don't know lost him. That's not out. This guy's giving me out.
Daddy said almost there.
15, 16, and 17.
Good job.
That was way hard. My husband's having some nuts.
Our next stop today is Bully Rock Hole. It should be pretty safe for swimming here. I think it's a lot of like little rock pools at the top of a waterfall, maybe? We're going to find out soon anyway. We are prepared for the girls if they do want to sit in some shallow water. So shallow that your bum wouldn't even really get wet. I think it's 500-metre return walk, so very nice and easy and very quick to get to. Well, looks like this is one of the spots. Wow, that's so pretty. Well, that makes for a very good spot for a swim in the day. It feels very safe and it's really cool. There's one really big plunge pool where we saw people diving in. It looked fun anyway. The girls had a nice little splash and now we're heading back and then we might go out exploring again this afternoon. We've just made our way to the Termite Mound. It's a nice easy walk up to some really huge termite mounds. I think they can get up to like 4 meters high or something, which is pretty impressive. I'm excited to see them because I've never seen them up close, but honestly I'm a bit scared to get too close because I don't want the termites to be following me home and eating my caravan.
Queen termite lives in the big hole.
So we were just reading about the two different termites that they have here. One is the magnetic termite and then a cathedral termite. Both mounds that they build can be over 5 meters tall, which is just unbelievable that they can build that. But a really cool fact about the magnetic termite is that they build their mounds north to south. They do this because they want to try and avoid as much sun as possible. So basically if they build it that way, they're getting less sun. Some point in the day they'll always have shade in their mound, which I think is really cool and pretty unbelievable that they're that smart. Just this tiny little... Mila's very excited because she's just seen some termites. Yeah, I think those ones ants, baby girl. Little magnetic ones. Kind of look like tombstones. So apparently this is a whole floodplain, this area. We were just wondering what they eat when they get flooded. They must eat each other. We found a monster cathedral termite mound. Wow. I hope there's no termites left because they're just taken over by those guys. Definitely the biggest one we've seen. It's so epic. We are burning. It's 36 degrees, no breeze, just so hot. But thank goodness for the aircon. Good morning. Today we've decided to come out to Wangi Falls. I'm sure I'm not saying that right. It's only a 100-metre walk from the car park to get to the waterfalls. There's also a cafe and stuff here, which is really nice. There is a little bit of water from what I can see. Not as much as in wet season, but still looks pretty beautiful. These animals are known to move into this area undetected. Are you going to go swimming? With the crocodiles? No way.
They really don't care about freshwater crocodiles.
Chills.
Freshwater crocodiles
Live here. Yeah.
do not approach them.
I'm not going to be crocodile bait. We'll have to see if there's a little splash zone. Someone found a good spot. What a beautiful spot this is. We've allowed the girls to sit on the first step. I'd say that's pretty safe. It's just so beautiful here. You could easily spend a day here, and if you weren't afraid of the swimming, it would be a top spot to have a swim. We've managed to get them out of the water as much as they didn't want to. It's quite beautiful in there actually. And now we're going to go look at the lookout. What a beautiful view. We've just parked up at the Termite Falls lookout parking. We're going to do the lookout walk, which is the 800-metre return. It says 30 minutes. 2 different lookouts to see here, so let's go and see them. The view from up here is incredible. Shall we go to the next one? Is Mila following you?
No.
Like a turtle. This girl spent most of her life in wintry conditions or aircon, so she struggles when it's hot. Just like her mama. Honestly, we haven't known what to do in this weather because we just don't really go in the heat. We've been following like 22 degrees, which has been perfect, but it had to come to an end when we hit the Northern Territory, of course. You're slow because it's hot. All aboard. This will make you a bit faster, hey? Too hot. Too tired. Couldn't be bothered.
I need to watch TV.
You need to watch TV? Why?
I just want to.
So this place and the place we were at last both have longer walks. If you like to go for a bit of a stroll, you can, because they've got options for longer walks as well. Termite Falls is sacred, so there's no swimming there, but it's really beautiful, and I've actually also seen some drone footage from above and it looks really, really cool. Definitely a beautiful spot to check out. All right, Mila, I'm ready. Let's get you back to the car. This afternoon we've decided to come out to Lost City. It's basically just a lot of rock formations that stacked up to look like ruins of a little city. It's probably a 25-minute drive from the tourist park that we're staying at. Once you get off of the main road, it's a 10-kilometre drive into the parking lot. As you can see, the road is pretty dodgy. Hopefully we're end up with a popped tyre, and hopefully, I didn't even think of this, but hopefully our car starts once we leave out here. Oh my god, this track's better. Well, that was quite the effort to get in here.
Mama, hold.
Anyone with a walking toddler or an almost 2-year-old would know that your walks are very slow when they walk. Callie is just here collecting gum nuts and rocks. She doesn't really care about where you go as long as there's things to pick up and collect, especially special rocks. You want your rock back? She's off to find more rocks.
Whoa.
Really cool in here. It definitely looks like some ancient ruins have just like crumpled and fallen. It's really strange. It's just in the middle of nowhere, and it even looks like some of these have like windows and stuff, so it's really cool. Mila definitely believes that it is a true lost city. Are you coming, Callie? I threatened her that if she took too long, I'll have to pick her up. But turns out she wants a piggyback anyway. I lost that one. Well, this was our last activity here in Litchfield. It's been really nice here. We only had the 2 full days here, so I think we had the perfect amount of time. You might want 3 days if you want to do more of the 4-drive tracks. And of course, if you want to do more swimming. But that's the last you'll see of us here in Litchfield. Next up, you'll see us in Kakadu. See you then.